We'll find out in a second. There we go, and it's already popped up. Look at that router. Uh, anyway, welcome back to the North American E-Racing League coverage of the Cup Series, Season 3 at Michigan. This is a playoff race. As always on Thursdays, it is K Keenis 22 with Allen, LD Allen. How are you, Mr. Allen, after your race in Michigan last night?
You know, I despise Michigan, but yesterday's race was actually really fun, and I did pretty good. So feeling better than normal, I guess.
Well, that's good. Well,
Yeah.
I felt like you seem to have a fast car, so we'll see what you can translate over to the Cup cars, and we'll see if anybody follows that.
True.
How's that work? Because I felt like I was pretty fast in the trucks, but I got caught up in a few things personally. But Williams was unbelievably fast. He was a very rightful winner of that race. He was up there all night, had good stage finishes too. Just very very fast, very consistent. It was a fun time. But going into this, it looks like I didn't see how many laps they had left in qualifying, but going into this,
like
I think it's 1 or 2, but it's a perfect timing.
Yeah.
So going into this, who do you have your eye on?
You know, Max is on the race. He won at Bristol after their debauchery of a server.
Facts.
It was bad, but we had this problem before, so they did it the way we've been doing it. So that's fair. So Max won. He is not in the race tonight. Doesn't have to be. So it's probably doing something more important. So if we're going playoff drivers here, man, I don't know. I feel like this is a herd track. You know what I mean?
He has always shown speed here, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just feel like this is kind of like his style of track. He always runs good at like super speedways. He's always there. Like bigger tracks, I feel like he's always in contention. But if I'm going just non-playoff, I think Big Jim's actually going to win this race. I got a good feeling. He's been incredibly fast the past 3 or 4 races he's been in once he's come back. So I'm going back him to win tonight.
I feel like Jim's one of those guys who's fast everywhere. That's for sure. I was in the warm up with him. Jim was up there. Lewis was up there. Hurd was up there. Killam was up there. I mean, the usual suspects at these types of tracks.
Yeah.
Sharp with a little bit of lag though, so that might not bode well for his. Well, he got eliminated, but it might not bode well for his chances of winning and spoiling one of these races, so to say. So. I think if you're in his position, you don't want to kill anybody that's in the playoffs, and you just want to be as respectful as possible. If it does act up during the race, hopefully it sorts itself out because Sharp's a great guy. We love to see him up there. But I think you're right. I think you already heard's going to have a fast piece. He normally does here. Gator's won at Auto Club and the fast tracks as well, so he's going to be one to watch. And I mean, the biggest thing is we'll see if some of these, if one of these playoff drivers, aside from Max, can clinch their way in. And it would.
I think we'll see that tonight.
I would think that's a safe bet. I think they've put in a little bit of time to win this race. I don't have a true pick for you, but one of the playoff guys is going to win. So.
Come on.
All right, you want me to shake it up a little bit? We'll go with a guy on the cutoff line. We'll pick Lewis. How about that?
Ooh, I like that. Tied at the cutoff. I'm assuming lost on tiebreakers.
Yes, because I think him and Draven have the same amount of wins, and then I believe Draven has more stage wins, which is the second tiebreaker.
I like that. Okay, well, there we go.
Well, it looks like K-Bart got the pole, Killam second, Lewis third. I cannot see who's fourth.
Are you watching Jim's stream?
I have Swamps up right now, just because it was the first one that I clicked on. I just wanted to see him finish qualifying.
Yeah, I want to make sure we got different views if we're watching.
Is that who you're going to watch?
I was going to watch Jim, yeah.
Okay. I'll go with Killam.
Jag is 5th. Hurt is 4th.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, there's our top 5 at least, so.
Yeah, we got something there.
So if it's anything like the last 2 nights, it's gonna be some exciting stuff because these cars have a lot more power, so you can possibly ride that lane about half a lane up from the bottom compared to the Xfinity and the truck. So the two finishes and racing that we had the last two nights was just it was unreal.
Yeah, the truck race was incredibly good, and the Xfinity race was very intense the whole race. So the first Michigan race in Xfinity was awful, but this one was really good. So I'm assuming we're gonna have three good races.
Let's remind the folks the finishing the interval between the first and second place driver. 2/1000ths of a second, so 0.002. That was the Xfinity race.
Yeah,
and the I mean, you were part of it. You were up there, so you probably had a pretty good view of it. What did you see there?
That was intense. Interesting decisions. I'm gonna leave it there.
All right.
The top 9, by the way, in that race last night, the top 9 finished within 3.5 tenths of each other.
Yes.
That's how close it was.
That was that was kind of
a great race, man.
That was how it felt in the truck series as well. Was it just felt that like everybody was just on top of each other the whole time. Granted, there was like if somebody messed up at like 5th or 6th, that kind of let themselves I think we're ready to load in. I see it on the screen. I think we've been tagged too. So let's see. Is that an invitation? Yeah, that is an invitation. So what we saw was just like it. You can have that lead pack if you are truly that much faster than the people behind you.
Yeah.
But since it is so draft heavy, that if you can break away, if you get 4 guys lined up in a row, and you get the people in front of you side by side, you can catch them pretty quickly. It's interesting in that way.
You guys had a late race restart, didn't you? Didn't you have a restart with like 2 or 3 to go?
Yes.
We had a restart with 2 to go, so I made everything a lot closer.
I got hit by somebody's lag, and that sent me into the inside wall, which caused the caution. So that was fun times.
Yeah, I was in the lead with like 4 to go, and then I hit the apron and coughed it up, and then we had the caution. So what could have been?
Ouch. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I did that at Richmond last season in the trucks when I was in the lead after Jaw, who was the Truck Series champion, did that. It was pretty crazy. And then I know Mr. Williams did that on Tuesday once or twice, I believe. But we got K-Bart out in the lead here. Your pole sitter, Lewis, looking below. Kill him in third.
Lewis.
That is, you already heard in looking above Jagboy for 4th at the moment. Crunch rocking that Cincinnati Institute car. Beautiful paint scheme that one is.
That is a very nice car.
Beautiful paint scheme. Love the red on that one.
Well, we'll keep you updated on the points as well.
Yes, we will try and
with the stages as
do
we go
our
through.
best.
I got it covered here.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. I'm prepared before this.
I did not. I was part of the warm-up race, and that went pretty long. But Lewis to the lead right now. Jagboy looking on that low lane. Lewis is going to have that arc into the corner, which you want for that drive off, because you want to straighten that exit off, because you gain. The big thing here is these straightaways are so long that you just want to have as much speed down them as possible. As Lewis goes off the top line, which was an interesting decision, because I think he would have had such a push from K-Bart there.
Ooh, got Sharp in the pink Hooters car. That's a nice one too. Yeah.
Save the Tatas.
Little 3-wide action here. No, it looks like Crunch is going back out. Smart decision there. Love to see it. Jim looking low.
This is one of those places where it can get really feisty in the middle part of the pack, and you got to be real careful when you're back there.
I know it's a lot of our problems happened on the back straightaway, from people getting runs and just having like nowhere to go, so they try to like force it or make it like 3 wide, and if the other people aren't expecting it and not giving enough room, it can end kind of badly quickly.
Right, so. And that's the part where discretion has to come into play, where blip the throttle like just a hair, and you don't necessarily, I don't want to just say fall in line and ride in place, but be very selective with your moves at these tracks, because unless it's late, if it's late in the race, you got to make a move to win, obviously, but you also don't want to do anything too crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was taking most of my runs last night, but I wasn't forcing it 3 wide too much. But you gotta take it, especially if you're in the playoffs right now and you're on that cutoff.
Absolutely.
Points matter. Stage points can really make a big difference.
Absolutely. As we saw on, especially,
you gotta take it if you got it.
We saw that especially on Tuesday. I think Mac was down
15.
He was down 15 going into the race. He got the pole, he won a stage, and he finished, I believe, third in a stage. So he
finished third in the race, I think, right?
Yes, he did.
Third,
and unfortunately, he missed out by 1 point, but it was...
I mean, he gained 14 points on other people, actually, and the other people were actually racing, too. I mean, he just gained a ridiculous amount of points. So,
it just shows you how important those stage finishes are, because he beat out myself and WSC. I'm sorry, we beat him out by that 1 point. WSC and I had the same amount of points, but WSC got, I believe, 4 stage points, which is what saved him, and I didn't get any, but I had those 3 extra points over WSC, and it just shows how much ground you can in fact make up just due to finishing well in the stages. As we have a new leader. It is Big Jim at the moment. With Jagboy behind him. You already heard as well. Lewis has fallen back a little bit. I wonder if his car's not handling well on the preset that he picked, but
I figured I'd let you right at the front. I was gonna watch from the back to catch the melee. if it occurs.
We'll drop mid pack here.
Yeah, they're 3 wide back here.
We'll ride with the crunch at the moment.
I was wondering if they were gonna keep it calm.
I think Swamp is on the apron there.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of messed up his entry there. I was wondering if they're gonna keep it calm for a bit, and they did. But now they're 3 wide.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they have to. Let me look and see when Killam catches a line, but I think they have to pit.
Oh, that's a good call.
They have to. They're going to have about 7 laps extra than their fuel run allows in the first stage, and probably about the same for the second stage. So, I think
that was the most confusing way you could have said that.
Yeah, whatever. So
7 laps short on fuel.
There you go. Whatever. Words. Had a holiday party today. Leave me alone.
Sorry.
But no. So they're going to have to pit in each stage. They're going to need fuel. So I think if you're in this situation with being 7 laps short of fuel, you're welcome.
Yes.
Would you just try and take 2 tires? I think that's got to be the move, right?
Yeah. I mean, you take 2. Maybe even if you're not concerned with tire wear, just take gas. Mm-hmm. I think that's gonna be close on half a tank.
I think it'll be if they take half, it'll be more than good, because of the fact that I think they have about 22 laps of fuel, maybe more.
So yeah, that's gonna be right there. So they can get away with half a can, I think. So if you're not concerned with tires, save that extra 3 or 4 seconds. But without their setups in, I feel like their tire wear is gonna be worse.
Right.
That's just like kind of convention. Once you get your setup in, you're usually better on the tires. So you might see 2 tires in the first stage. Second stage, you might see just gas, because usually the second stage is shorter too.
Yeah, by just maybe 1 to 3 laps generally.
Lap or 2. Yeah.
But Jagboy's still in the lead. You already heard is making his way up there. Crunch is in third.
K-Bart got loose off of 2 that last lap. So
as we ride with the poop man.
We'll see if people turn. We haven't talked about turn 2 yet. That's a nightmare of a corner. That might be worse than Homestead, if I'm honest.
It's I noticed that in the warm-ups, even picking a pretty low preset. Once those about halfway through a run, it gets pretty icy, and you just have to hold on to it to get out of the corner. Ooh, Lewis in the wall.
I feel like I don't really have that much problems with it. In my opinion, I think Homestead's worse. Maybe that's just because I race on a wheel. It's easier for me to correct it, but maybe, I don't know. I just feel like I didn't really get that bad loose off there, but we did have people getting loose. Cup cars are just naturally a little looser for some reason. So I imagine if you don't get your setup in, or maybe go a little too high on a preset, you could be getting messed up pretty quick off the corner, especially if you're high off the corner.
Right, and you're trying to avoid that wall at the last second. That's crunch in the wall.
What in the world happened there?
Crunch has died. Caution?
That has to be a caution. That was like the whole field.
Yes,
I heard.
Caution. So it was Crunch.
What?
I think Sharp might have got a piece of it. I think Wasted did. I think Lewis was back there too.
I'm going back on Jim's stream to see if I can.
Yeah, Lewis is back there too. You already heard is in the lead, according to where they have him after the caution flag. That was nasty. I think Crunch, right as you talked about turn 2, I think what happened was he got loose and overcorrected into the wall, and then everybody else just didn't have anywhere to go.
That's what it looked like, but I thought they were like too far down the straightaway. I'm gonna look here. It just seemed really weird because it seemed farther down the straightaway.
Report back with your findings, Alan. As you already heard, leads him to the green with K-Bart.
Yeah, I don't know. He was low off the corner, but then like in the middle of the straightaway, he just turned back right. I'm confused.
He could have gotten loose, but it was a little, yeah, right. It was a little far, unless I know here they have there's like almost like an invisible air buffer against the wall that'll just suck you in like a magnet. That happened to me a couple times in the truck race.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if we can ask him. I'm not sure what happened there.
We'll see if he finishes top 2. If he does, we can ask him.
Anywho,
Draven in 3rd right now, though. One of the guys near the cut line at the moment. Tied, actually, for the cut line.
Yeah.
K-Bart into the wall. Oh, he gets into Draven. Draven's going down pit road. Goodness.
You hate to see it. Oh, well, there goes his stage win.
That was the ultimate commentator curse. I apologize.
I don't think I've seen or heard one worse than that one, I'm going to be honest.
That was pretty bad.
That was bad. That was immediate, too.
I mean, it's not like I'm driving the car. Ooh, Lewis, mad loose off of 3. Or 2.
Jag was.
Numbers are hard.
Jag was tight. The Jag was almost up in the wall, so that might have something to do with him maybe turning the wheel a little harder than he wanted to.
Lewis, at this point, if you're him and you're tied with Draven and you saw what happened, you have to get stage points.
You need it.
You already heard
it. Ace.
Hooked up right now. He's out there.
Well, I picked 2 guys. You picked 6. So, or I guess 5 because Max isn't racing tonight. So
yeah, you picked a lot of guys.
I picked 2. You picked the whole playoff field.
Yeah, what about it? Hedging my bets here.
Yeah, I know.
Then if one of them win, then I can say I told them that I picked him to win.
I'll follow up that quickly.
As we look at Killam, Sharps seems to have his leg figured out at the moment. He's up into what looks to be 5th.
Yeah.
Ooh, 3 wide going into 1 here. This is all right. Killam backed out of it a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is kind of what happened last night. We had a lot of non-playoff drivers in the top 5 for most of the race, and right now we got 3 in the top 6 here. So,
right, and that's it. Could be the track. I mean, you never. And some of these guys might just really want to play spoiler, so you never know like how much they practice or anything. So, could always be a wild card.
I would like to take this moment out to shout out Storm Rooster. 2 straight top 5s. Love to see it.
Yeah, he's been wheeling it in the Xfinity Series, that's for sure.
Love to see it. Anyway, we got the top 3 breaking away here.
That they are. Is that Gator Jim, and you already heard?
Yeah, well, I expect them to... Okay, well, never mind. I was going to say, I expect them to stay in line and just try to ride this out to the end here.
Right as you said, right as you started to say something, they gave you a big fat nope.
Yeah, big old one.
I wonder. I'll have to see how many laps they have coming to the line here. As you already heard, in Gator teamed up drafting. Jim's gonna fall in line. Maybe they will stay in line now and try and draft a little bit away from Crunch and Killam and Lewis.
I feel like they should.
Ooh, I think we might have seen a wreck back there.
One car slow off the pace. Not sure what that's about. We got the field kind of spread out here. Which tends to happen when you have a little incident. Once you lose the draft, you're kind of gone.
I think that was Swamp that might have gotten a little loose headed into 3 and 4 there. as Lewis is riding behind Killam right now. He's in 6th.
We got 8.
Killam in 5th. Go ahead.
We got an 8-car train up here.
That we do.
Let's see how many laps in the stage we got here. We're gonna have 8 cars with a chance for some stage points here. 8 to go at the line. Coming to 7.
They're coming to 7 to go. This will be
It's getting feisty.
It is. But that's kind of what we saw in the truck race. Like every stage was kind of like a cluster of 6 cars or maybe more.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of always coming. There's just always that cluster of cars running around the track. There's always kind of like a lead cluster, and then if there's any little incidents as we look back here, there's like 2 guys back there that might have bumped the wall or gotten bumped, and then there's another 3 that had the same thing happen, and it just happens at this track.
So what we didn't mention was we mentioned Max won last week and advanced to the championship race. Didn't mention the other guys and where they sit. We kind of talked about Traven and Lewis a bit. So Hurt is in 2nd, 19 points up on the cutoff. Killam is 3rd, 11 points up. Draven and Lewis are tied for 4th, but Draven has cut off. And Gator is 2 points behind them. So Gator up there in 2nd is really big. Lewis has a shot for stage points here, but like we said earlier when Draven got forced down pit road, he is not going to have any stage points.
No, and if Lewis can... If you're in Lewis's position and you come in tied, any stage points you can get that Draven does not is a win, and that's for any playoff driver.
Sharp's lagging big time.
Yeah, I caught that a little bit.
He's lagging a lot. Oh, he's gone. Later, Sharp. We'll miss you, buddy.
I think he lagged out.
He killed Jim.
As he likes to say.
He did lag out.
What does he say? Thanks for coming.
We'll call you.
There you go. Unfortunately,
we'll call you to fix Jim's car. You're paying for that one, Sharp.
Luckily for Jim, it was just the first stage. But like I was saying, is if you're in the playoffs, any stage points that you get and somebody else does not is almost a win right there. But
yeah,
the finishing order still dictates a pretty fair amount of that. Gator getting a little loose out of the corner there.
It would be a win if a win didn't mean automatic advancement.
Correct. It's a mini win. We'll call it that.
Yeah. Don't get me started. I've never liked that rule.
Stop it.
In actual NASCAR, I've never liked that rule. But since this is a NASCAR league, I'm fine with us doing as actual NASCAR does. But still never liked that rule. But anyway.
That was kind of like the... Well, no, I think Tony Stewart won those 5 races in the last 10.
Yeah, it's something stupid like that.
I think that was before they had the different stages, though, as Killam went way high into one there. That was weird.
Yeah, I think everything's fine except for the win. Because, like, you have stupid people that would finish, like, 23rd in points who get lucky on a fuel mileage and win, and you kick the guy that's 16th in points
or
out.
Or at a plate track or something.
Yeah, it's just, I don't like that.
As I think they're coming to 3 to go here. Yeah, they're coming to 3 to go. Killam has his lap counter up, and if I can do proper math, yes, they just took 3 to go.
Yep, 2 to go at the line.
And if you're Lewis, you're sitting in a prime position right now.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I'd force anything, especially since Draven is getting...
I think he got loose coming out of 2.
Yeah. And you get freight train down the back straightaway on the top since the straightaway is so long.
And the draft is pretty heavy here, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're the only one on the bottom, you can get freight train 2 or 3 cars past you.
Absolutely.
As we saw there.
As it looks like he's going to suck back up. 2 to go. He's going to try and suck back up to the back of Gator, and you already heard he's coming back up in front of Killam. Oh, he gets the wall. At least he did on my screen.
Yeah, Lewis really needs to get in front of Gator, if I'm honest.
Well, he's got that possible freight train. Oh, he sends him
here we go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, he needs to get in front of Gator, because Gator's only 2 behind them. If Gator wins the stage, that's 2 points to 2nd right there. So
I believe Gator advanced on one point to get into this next round here as they take the white flag.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky.
That was
unlucky from Jag.
Yes,
but
that
lucky
was
for Gator.
Wild.
Gator just gets shuffled out. He might not even get any stage points here.
He may not at this point. He's on the outside unless he gets that draft from the guys in first through
he's gonna
third.
get some draft. Yeah. He's gotta make a move here on Crunch. What are you doing? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
I think he's going. He's gonna back it up and try and get under herd. Crunch. I think Crunch is gonna get him at the line. He's gonna have a huge run coming off of 3 or 4.
Gators on Lewis's bumper here,
and he's gonna get the draft. Oh my goodness!
That's tied for second.
Oh, he got him. I think he got him based on my overhead camera. So it looks like the finishing order was not kill him. You already heard Lewis, Crunch, Gator, and Kill him in 5th, Jagboy in 6th, and Wasted in 7th.
You're not to say that slower. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you already heard in 1st.
Yes.
Lewis in 2nd.
Yes.
Crunch in 3rd. Gator in 4th.
Yes.
Kill him in 5th. Right. And that was it for stage points. But then Jag was 6th, Wasted was 7th, Swamp in 8th, and Big Jim in 9th. All right, Mr. Math Whiz, what do we got?
I'm not a math whiz. I'm just know how to use Excel.
All right, Mr. Engineer Man. How about that?
Did it work correctly? Did it work correctly? Oh, it did. Nice. Okay, so Hurt is 25 points up on the cutoff now. That was a really good stage for him. Killam's 12 up. Lewis goes to 4 up, and Draven and Gator are both 4 down on Lewis.
With Max being automatically advanced.
Yes, we're not gonna mention him because he's not in the race tonight, but he automatically advanced. So there's only 3 spots available.
Yes, 3 out of 4. As Lewis started on the outside, Gator Mike in 2nd. As of now, Killam coming in with a big run off of 2. Crunch in 4.
All single file. Kind of surprising.
For now. Yeah,
I'm gonna get on board with Draven here. He needs to get to the front.
That he does. He should give me some updates on how he makes his way through the field, because I think he will. He's always seemed to have he always seems to have a fast car at most tracks. So
on Big Jim's bumper here, I think he's sitting 11th or 10th or 12th, something like that.
But that's the thing is, if you're in that lead pack, you're never out of it, because anything could happen. Yeah. Like 2 guys could get together coming off of a corner, and you could gain a handful of spots in 1 lap if it all worked out in that way. So
yes, but with that said, you could have 2 guys coming off the corner to hit the wall and take you out.
Correct. So it's a balance.
It's a dangerous situation.
Yes. Yes. I think we might have said it already. It's almost like a mini restrictor plate track.
Honestly, it is. Without you just have to lift a little in the corner.
Yes.
It's very much like it though. We got a battle for lead. Gator taking the lead up there.
Gator is taking the lead. He wants that automatic advance.
That would be huge for him below the cutoff. That would shake a lot of things up.
That would be wild.
That would put Lewis 8 points behind Killam for the cutoff if we get a win here from somebody below the cut line. So
it always makes it interesting.
That's what you hate to see.
Well, it depends on your view from it. If you're just a spectator, you love to see it because it causes all sorts of chaos.
Well, this happened in the Talladega race with me. I was going in the last stage. I was fine to the cutoff, and I think I was like something like 11 points behind not Jag. Who was that? Decent House. I was like 10 or 11 behind him. But Kevbro, who was below the cutoff, won the race.
Right.
And I'm like, oh crap, I'm out. But I finished 2nd, and Decent got caught up in a wreck on the last lap and finished 12th, so I got in by 1 point. So I mean, it's crazy, man.
And as much of a crapshoot as like these kind of tracks are, it's
it makes it so intense.
Absolutely, like I said, the truck race.
The truck race was just as intense.
Mac only lost out by that 1 point to 2 guys. 2.
Yeah, that's insane.
2.
Yeah, that's crazy. It can get, man, points are so close. Everybody's so good. Oh, we got a little calamity behind Draven here. Somebody at the wall. Like we were talking about, people at the wall. Draven got past instead of getting involved. He's up to 6th now.
And that's the thing is, once you realize, like as a driver, once you realize that somebody is accelerating too hard and they might hit the wall, let off a little bit and just avoid them. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to. I learned. I kind of learned. I was trying to be aggressive last night. Just trying to stay at the front, not get dive bombed and stuff. Just trying to get as many points as possible. But when you get shuffled out and you're on the high side, well, I guess especially in the Xfinity.
I think you already heard clip the wall a little bit there. That's going to bunch up these top 6 as we got a TJR train up there with 3 of them, along with you already heard. Draven has made his way back up to the front. Look at that.
Yeah, he's in 4th, or 5th. I'm sorry. Yeah, like I was saying though, once you get shuffled out and you got cars to streamline you, sometimes it's just best to lay off, go to the back, give it a few laps, work your way back up. I mean, it's better than doing something stupid and potentially wrecking yourself, other people.
Right. Or giving yourself damage by pushing too hard.
Yeah.
Crushing the wall coming out of a corner or something.
Yeah. So I think these tracks and the short tracks is so important to be patient, because one mistake can cost you so much. While pushing hard doesn't reward you that much. It's like a contrast, because here everybody's going so fast and you're in the draft. Pushing hard doesn't really make a difference.
Right.
It's all about the run off the corner, really.
The biggest thing to go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I mean, there's don't really need to push hard. Just be patient. Take what you have. If you get a run, take it if it's appropriate, obviously. Don't make it 4 wide and wreck everybody and yourself. So,
to that point, the biggest thing at these types of tracks, like Michigan and Auto Club and stuff like that, or tracks like that, and even short tracks, is you just don't want to lose momentum. You just want to keep as much momentum out of the corner and through the corner as you can, especially Michigan and Auto Club.
And these cars really emphasize that.
Right. And don't look now, but Draven is in 2nd right now. He's trying to counteract what Lewis did in the first stage, but if I had to guess, I don't have a stream up anymore, but if I had to guess, they're probably going to have to pit again. But I think it's going to be, like you mentioned in the first stage, if you're not concerned about tire wear, splash and go.
Yeah, I think they were 7 laps short. Draven looking outside for the lead here.
He is, and I think that's going to hurt him, because you already heard he's making his way by on the bottom.
Nobody went with him. So they were 7 laps short in the first stage. I would assume this stage they're probably 4 to 6 laps short. So that should be definitely just a half a can and go.
Right.
I don't think your tires should be that big of a concern. Jim's right rear is kind of low, but I think it should be all right.
Right.
5 extra laps. Or 6 extra laps.
I'm looking back from you already heard at the moment, and look at how close together the top. I'm gonna just take a guess is like 11, maybe. There might.
I think it's 11.
5 on the bottom, 5 on. Yeah, there's the top. Look how close the top 11 are.
It's gonna be like that all night because of the draft.
Right, and it'll like we talked about. It's for a cutoff race. Well, this isn't a cutoff race. I take that back. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
For a playoff race.
For a playoff race, this is a crapshoot.
Yeah, it really is.
But these guys are some of the best that we have in the NARL, and they know how to handle these cars, so it should be clean racing that you can throw a blanket over like 90% of the field the whole night. So it'll be really, really interesting to watch how the rest of this plays out.
Yeah, you can throw a blanket over them, and there won't be that much contact. That's the key.
That's
the key point. Yeah. As soon as I say that, Wasted gets in the back of Jim going in the corner.
It happens.
Yeah,
especially with how big the net code bubble is on this game.
And a little 3 wide action here. Now they get back down the field.
Kill him up the track.
No. Yeah. Also, I like to say you can kind of get caught out by we good people darting around. If you're that perfect distance behind the car in front of you, you can kind of get caught out by how fast you're going into the corner with the draft. I mean, you
absolutely.
Can haul into that corner, and sometimes you just catch you out a little bit.
Right, and one thing I've noticed too is sometimes, like at these faster tracks where there's heavy draft, is if you let off the gas, your car just occasionally will just dart directly to the right, headed into the corner. So if you're on the inside lane and that happens, you really have to be careful if somebody's on the outside of you.
Yeah, that happens to me too. It's kind of weird,
and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it happens to me. The times it's the worst I've noticed is when I'm 3 wide, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. So I try to back out, and I just turn right into the guy on the outside.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only time it happens, really.
Or you hit the wall if you're on the outside, and it honestly just doesn't make sense to me.
No. Anywho, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is better racing than Talladega was. They've been side by side this whole stage. Yeah, you can really tell by the Cup cars. They can hold it on the high side better. It's definitely a two-group track.
Right, and especially the fact that they have that extra horsepower. As Kelvin's down saying hi to the fans in the infield back there.
Oof. Yeah, he just likes his fans just shouting them out as he goes by.
But these guys are just a huge pack right now. This is fun to watch. You already heard seems to just have a very stable piece that he can put it either on the high lane or the bottom lane and still have that speed.
I've been noticing he's been around the second groove.
He's really arcing it into the corner well, as we just saw there. Like he went high and Gator still had like half a cart, like he was up to Hurd the door, and he got in the corner farther than he did, but Hurd had backed it up enough to get such a run off.
Yeah. Which is the most... Oh, Jag slides off the track a little bit.
Ooh, Jag got very close to the wall there.
Yeah. There might be a little drama here. No, all good. All good.
How many laps do we have left in the stage? Or until pit stops?
I'll get you. K-Bart's lagging. Oh, he got in the swamp. Who got in the wasted?
Wasted has died. The poop man has died.
Oh, you hate to see it. He's having a good run right there.
Wasted was doing well.
Yeah, he's hanging on. Oh, looks like Kelvin's coming down pit road. He might be splitting this thing in half, more or less.
Right,
but I kind of like. He was off the pack. So.
It's a different strategy, but the downside of that is he's going to be coming out all by his lonesome, so he's not going to have any draft, which is a huge thing at this track because you'll run like almost a full second faster per lap.
Yeah. And, yeah. So I was going to get you that lap until K-Bart lagged. 11 to go.
That's right.
6 laps of fuel left. So yeah, I think we'll see half a can and go. I would assume.
One thing I've noticed about Hurd's line so far is Killam's looking on the inside here going down the backstretch. That was a perfect way. Right there is how you take a run. You get that huge run.
Yeah.
You use it, and you use that momentum to get below them before you even get to the corner.
Yeah, that is key.
That was just that was textbook. Everybody can take notes from that.
I was about to say, Killam also kind of stayed high going into the corner. It kind of forced her to kind of like not take his normal line of coming down.
Right.
I think that really benefited Killam there. Exactly.
But there was no contact in that. But it was textbook.
Oh, Jack saves it. He's saying hi to the fans now too.
Oh, yes,
he got loose off it too.
He just wanted to grab a hot dog on his way.
All right, we need a moment. Ronnie Mac P2, love to see it. Let's go.
R.I.P. Ronnie, based on that meme that somebody posted. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
As we have 2 definitive lines at the moment, it's great racing this whole time. But so what I was going to say before Killam snagged the lead there is one thing I noticed about Hurd's line is that might be more conducive to saving tires to possibly just take that half a can and go.
I would agree with that, yeah.
As opposed to some of these guys who are entering lower and having to use more tire through the corner.
I will say that usually you tend to burn your right rear more at Michigan here.
Right.
And entering low, it really warms up the right front. So I don't think it'd be that big a factor. But I mean, you never know.
Killam got really high out of that corner. Ronnie looking for the lead right now.
We got people pitting.
Yes, we do. I think
Jag backed off there.
Hurd and Draven both gave the signal. Ronnie's
Jag and Lewis.
Lewis is high. Awfully high.
He definitely made a signal. He might have messed up his entry there.
I wonder if he just got loose and then that was the issue.
Maybe, yeah. Looks like everybody got slowed down.
Yep, everybody seemed to enter.
Nobody. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go back to Ronnie and kill him. They're having a pretty good battle here.
This is one of the easier pit roads to get on, so I don't.
Oh no.
Well, at least for me it is. WSC didn't find it easy on Tuesday.
I just think it's difficult because you're carrying quite a bit of speed, and if you try and slow down on the apron, you're gonna end up getting crazy loose as Killam and Lewis are coming in. Is Ryan trying to stretch this?
I don't know.
Somebody hit the grass coming into pit road there.
I'm gonna be honest. He was in a party with Sharp probably, and Sharp lagged out, so there might not be anybody with him right now. So he might have not got the memo.
Ronnie's doing Ronnie things. Love to see it.
Yeah. At least he's not stopped. At least he's not pitting like 50 times. That's a plus.
That was one of the best performances I've ever seen. And the reason I say that is he could have quit the race, but he was just like, nope, I'm just gonna do this, and it was perseverance right there. As Ronnie is coming to pit road, that was very conservative.
Kill him sped 100%, or he's taking 4. He's still on pit road.
I don't think he would have taken 4. He had to have sped.
Yeah, it looks like he sped. Lewis getting up. Is that K-Bar in the lead? I think Hurt has to be in the lead, right?
I think K-Bar got caught up in some stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? Okay, so that's what I thought. So we got Hurt in the lead, Draven second, Lewis third, Jim fourth. I think it's Jag fifth, Gator 6th. Yeah, we got all spread out with the pit stops here, but we got top 4 together. Coming to give you a lap here. I think 5, 3 or 4 or 5.
I'm trying to get
5. Coming to 4 to go.
K-Bart is in the lead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You'll love to see it. I don't know what he did, but that's amazing.
I see him as the leader on the mini map on Killam's stream at the moment.
I wonder if he's pit yet.
These guys are catching him so fast, though.
What did he do? What did he do different?
I think based on where he was, he had to have not pit and just tried to save.
That's what I'm thinking. Because he wasn't up there, if I recall.
Well, I mean, he's not in the playoffs, so you might as well try something, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to... He must be trying to save. I love the call. That's gutsy.
Absolutely. It's always fun when they try something different.
Is he a lap ahead?
I don't know. Killam is about half a lap behind, and he just took 4 to go, so they're coming to 3 to go here.
Killam is half a lap behind. Which half behind Killam here?
Yeah, he's 23.2 seconds behind based on his stream at the moment.
Yeah, okay, so they're on the same lap as K-Bart.
Yeah, so they just took 3 to go. K-Bart's coming to 2 to go. What did he do?
I wonder. He must be trying to save.
Ooh, Lewis looking below Jag here.
Yeah, I think that caught Jag out a little bit. I think he had to...
We'll see if he can make it work.
Gator sitting here in
I think 7th. That's 7th.
He needs to make some moves. Yeah. 6th now. He need to make some moves. He needs
especially because Draven's in second at the moment.
And Lewis is in 3rd now.
He's looking for
he needs to get ahead of both of them. Yeah. Her also doing what he needs to do. He's putting himself well up on the cut line.
Oh, absolutely.
More stage points here will solidify that.
Even if it's just that 1 point, as we've seen in every
both of the series so far.
Yes, the other series as well. 1 point makes that difference, and it's unreal that the whole season just comes down to that 1 point in a 3 race span.
White flag, I believe.
Yes.
K-Bart, I don't know how he saved. We didn't talk about saving the fuel because you can't save fuel here.
Well, he was towards the back the whole time, but I don't think he could have saved that many laps.
I don't know. What did he do?
He did K-Bart things, apparently.
Wait, we might need to get him in the booth just to figure out what he did.
Just invite him real quick. Hey, we need to know what you did.
I mean, that'd be fair.
As
oh, they're stacking up on the bottom.
K-Bart's gonna win the stage, but
are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that is insane. Gator did not get stage points.
Who was that at the? Oops.
What did K-Bart do? I'm so confused.
I think Draven came in second. I think Herd was in third.
Oh, come on, you're better than this. You're supposed to know that.
Well, I haven't. I'm trying to find it on a stream.
Herd is third.
I think Lewis was in fourth.
I think he was in fifth.
Scroll up.
Yes. Jim.
K-Bart, Draven, Herd, Jim, and Lewis was in fifth.
You know, that really hurt Draven. He could have used those 2 extra points.
Right.
But now Draven is only 1 point behind Lewis for the last spot.
Yeah, he made a. So Lewis gained 4 in the first stage, but then Draven gained 3 back to Lewis's 4. So we'll see how the this last stage plays out, I guess.
Gator is 5 back, so certainly not out of it by any means. If he finishes second,
that means
Lewis could easily finish 8th.
Right, I was going to say that means Draven is 1 down, correct?
What? Draven is 1 down of Lewis, yes. Herd is now 24 up on Draven, and Killam is 8 up on Draven.
I want to know what K-Bar did. This is upsetting.
I know. I honestly don't know.
Well, he's leading him to green, and he's leading the field here. Draven in second, Herd in third, Jim fourth, I believe Lewis fifth, so no change in the top 5 after pit stops. Ronnie, I believe, started 6th, but he's losing some ground to Gator there because Gator had the inside lane. But this has been great racing so far. Very clean, very... Yeah. It's been very tight, but like we said, there hasn't been too much contact for how much draft and how close these guys have been at the speeds they've been rolling. So, K-Bart, I think K-Bart opened the door there for You Already Heard and possibly Lewis to follow him through, maybe Gator as well.
We know how many laps this last stage is? I have a feeling it's going to be long.
I just looked. I should have looked as Killam took the line, but we'll snag it next time by.
Alright. No worries there. Like you said, you said the warm-up, which is usually like 13% race, it was like 23 laps or something. I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a long race.
It was 26.
Oh, it's 26, yeah. So I'm like, man, it's going to be a long one.
But I think this is going to be about 50-ish laps, if I had to guess.
36. Actually.
Okay, that's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Uber Eats needs to bring me my pizza.
I heard comments of our commentary that it was good, so I'm gonna take this to rant about something. Why are NASCAR races so long?
Stop it.
They don't need to be this long. Okay, they were originally made to be endurance races, right? Because engines would die.
Right, that was...
Or other parts would die. That was the main reason. But now that doesn't happen anymore. So why do they have to be so long? Look at F1. Their longest races are like 2.5, 3 hours. That's all you need.
So...
That's all you need.
Since we're in kind of like the lull of the beginning and part of the third stage, and we're just kind of watching what's happening.
Ooh, so wasted, put Jim in the wall there. Continue.
Teammates. But, so remember the origins of NASCAR, right? Moonshining and running the moonshine to outrun the comps. So, do you think that the distances were decided because, like, people were like, oh, I got to run from here to here, which was X many miles, or whatever, and then they started, like, doing tracks or whatever, like, hey, we're going to race around this track X many times until we get to that mile
to make
length.
It this, You know, to be fair, that could be how it's done. I always perceived it to be an endurance race to test the engines and other parts of the car.
But you would have to have that same... Well, that's... I mean, it makes sense that it's thought about that way, but then you have to think about... You still have to have that endurance and no breakdowns when you're running moonshine back in the day, which is how it got started, right?
Yeah. I agree.
So, I mean, it's just... It's a thought.
Yeah, okay. But I'm here now. The 2020 going into the 2021 season, races don't need to be long. I mean... if anything, it just ramps up the intensity of the drivers in the race because it makes them make moves faster.
What they need to do,
just my opinion.
In my opinion, knock that spoiler down to back what it was like in the 90s. Get rid of the splitter and all the side skirts and stuff, and make these guys actually drive the cars. Make them drive the cars.
The new cars, Gen 7 or whatever.
Terrible.
Spoilers are lower. Well, no, the spoilers are lower.
Yeah, but they still got the. Don't they still have the side skirts and the splitter and stuff?
Yeah, they still have all that. But they ran 3 seconds faster around Charlotte, which that is significantly faster.
Well, that's because if the spoiler is that much lower, it's because they have a lot less drag. If I were to guess.
Yes, which means I feel like they're gonna have the car's gonna be more of a handful, right? That's how I perceive it. Less downforce means it's a little harder to drive, which I feel like it's gonna be good.
Good.
I mean, my point is, shorten the races. There is no need to race for 400 miles around Michigan. There's no need to race for 350 miles around Pocono twice.
Don't say that too loud. Crunch will come in here.
There's no need for that. Make the races. Okay, leave the crown jewels, the 500, leave that. 600, leave that, because those are staples. Bring back the oval, because we don't need to race on another road course. Dumb.
So, let me then ask you this question.
Yes.
If you want shorter races, do you keep the stages?
Yeah, I think you do. It makes it more interesting.
Or
in the middle
do you,
of
or
maybe one stage.
Or do you rework the point system to reward the winner gets 200 points? As Jag is looking under Lewis here.
Yeah.
We almost saw something similar to last night there as Draven's looking for the lead right now.
Yeah, we got fights. Maybe we should pay attention to this.
I've been paying attention, but we're still talking. As Draven has taken the lead, he's getting a push from Jag down the backstretch as TJR versus the lead in the top 4 right now. Crunch and Gator behind. But so what about this? What if they make the race? What if they have the races, no stages, and then the winner got 200 points? Dude that finished second got 185 or something, and you started staggering it to where then the next person.
There's a significant difference between.
Yeah, right. What if you did that, and then what if you ended up removing the playoffs? So then, if you think about it, no, hold on, because if you think about F1 and other things, who should win a championship? And the response that I would think of would be, okay, who is the most dominant car throughout the entirety of the season, right?
Yeah.
Not who can win a race or whatever in the playoffs. Which granted, there's those Game 7 moments of oh yeah, the underdog got here, blah blah blah. But oftentimes,
I don't like that.
Right?
It's not a racing thing. Yeah.
And so that's the interesting part. Another variable you can throw into changing how NASCAR works. Yeah. What the actual hell is
that? So I'm going to go on a little rant here.
Go ahead.
I'm okay with everything except the automatic win and you advance. I'm good with. I think stages make the middle of the races more entertaining, which I'm okay with. I understand it's purist. That's not, know. But I'm okay with that.
But if you're a proponent for knocking the race distance down, why would you want stages then?
Maybe you do one stage. I'm just saying it makes the middle of the race more interesting. I mean, F1 races can get dull too, even though they're shorter.
So
I'm just throwing out ideas here.
What about this thought? What if you halved the race?
Yeah.
And then you did. So, if we did 200 miles, so 100 laps. Yeah. But then, what if stage 1 was 25 laps, and then the last stage was 75? So not only to perform well,
I'm okay with that.
Not only to perform well, as Draven, jagging the wall.
Yeah, a little contact there.
Jag is hammering the wall. Jag is backwards on my screen.
Wow, yeah, he is.
That's a single car incident, and unfortunately for him, I don't think that's going to be a caution.
Wow, I didn't see that happening.
That was very strange. So
yeah.
But back to what I was saying. What if you had half the race, half the laps, you do 25%, so then whoever's fast and has short run speed gets like stage points or whatever. But then you have the 75%. So if this race, for example, you have 75 laps to show who has the long run car. Oh no!
That's got to be a big.
That's got to be a caution.
That's a caution. Good break for Jag there.
That was. And I didn't see how far these guys were in the stage, so.
They got 25 laps left.
Ooh, they're on the cusp. They're on the cusp. This could be turn into a strategy race here.
Yeah, I think they might have to save a lap here. So back to what we're talking about. I think 200 is a little too short. I think 300 to 400 is kind of the sweet spot.
Miles or laps?
Yeah, miles. So I think 300 miles is good. Maybe 400 depending on the track. I just, you don't need 500 miles of Texas. I'm sorry, that's one of the worst tracks, and that race takes like 4 hours. We don't need that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm cool with stage points. I like the idea of you can keep the points per position. I kind of like the 1 point per position. That kind of makes it easier for newer fans.
What about
to kind of like, hey, I'm 2 points behind. I need to pass 2 cars. It's easy. So maybe like first gets like 25 to 50, whatever they decide, more points than second. So it's like, it's not an automatic berth, but it's like a massive advantage to win, if that makes sense.
So what about a bonus point, a singular bonus point for leading a lap?
Yeah, you know what? To me, it sounds like you're a big like early 2000s NASCAR fan.
Well,
no,
like
change it back to that. That's exactly what I'm hearing.
It used to be like, I think 5 for leading 1 lap, and then 10 for leading the most.
Oh yeah. You're right.
So what about just one singular point?
Yeah, I'm cool with that, and maybe even 5 for leading the most.
Right.
I'd be cool
so
with
that would emphasize like the dominant car, or if you were up front at any point. Granted, people do some weird things of like, oh, I'm not going to pit here just to lead this lap, and then I'm going to come into pit and move back to like almost dead ass last at some point. But I just think it would I think NASCAR needs a huge shakeup in what they do, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I agree with what you're saying. What they have is not perfect, but here's the problem with that they've changed it so much the past 10 years that people are tired of them changing it too. Because for somebody that's new and they come back the next year and it's completely different, that's so off-putting.
Right.
They gotta find something and stick to it, which is what I think they found something here. I hate to say this, but Chase Elliott's most popular driver. He won the championship this way. They're not going to change it from this for the foreseeable future.
More than likely not. I still think they need an overhaul and find a way to balance out the whole season. Because if you're crowning a champion for that season, wouldn't you want to make it the most dominant car and not just somebody who can perform for the last 10 races?
My ideal playoff would kind of be the original Chase. Take the top. It was 10 back then.
Right.
I mean, you can take 16 if you want. I think that's too many. I think 12 is the right number. Take the top 12 and have 10 races. That's kind of like the best of both. So just take the top 12, have them race for the championship the last 10 races, or I mean, you can make it 8,
and then you
or whatever.
Right, and that's the part where like, okay, you showed that you can perform in the first 2/3 of the season, but then you also need to
show it when it matters.
Right, you also need to point your way into the win, or the championship win.
Yeah, I mean, I could even see you can maybe still have the cut. Oh, Ronnie biffed it in turn 3 on the apron.
Jag got a little shuffled out there as well. Oh, Ronnie is way off the pace.
I mean, yeah, he's spun it on the apron. I think you could even keep the cutoff races even. I mean, I don't like that as much, but I think you could keep that if you wanted to. I just don't like the automatic win thing, because it just takes the consistency out of the racing, which racing is in every other racing form of racing is consistency,
right?
And NASCAR just doesn't reward that anymore.
Right, you should be.
They're just trying to force crazy moments, which I don't think need to be forced. You know.
Ubi says no to shorter races, and Decent House says if Kyle Busch starts winning again, they'll for sure change whatever they have.
That's fair.
I saw some comments pop up, but it's interesting. I mean, we can blabber on about that all day, I'm sure, but we'll get back to the race at hand here. But it looks like these guys are... Go ahead.
One thing, as much as I hate Kyle Busch, which I despise him a lot, NASCAR needs Kyle Busch just as much as they need Chase Elliott. You need somebody to hate.
You need the bad boy.
Yeah, you need them. So Kyle Busch is just as good for the sport as Chase Elliott is.
I went back, and when I was in the office, like physically in my work office the last couple days, I have 2 pretty big monitors and stuff, and I random tangent. Decent says haters are the motivators.
True.
But I was watching the 2007 Prelude to the Dream or whatever it was called, and it was that dirt race that all those guys were on, and Kyle Busch was wheeling it around there.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was unreal to watch, and just watching him wheel it around, because like, if you think about how young he was back in 2001, like it was crazy to watch him do that. Like,
I mean, he was like under 18, right? Oh, Swamp and
he was
Jim
around there.
Gator. Yeah, he was young. I like I said, I hate Kyle Busch, but he might be the most talented NASCAR driver.
He knows how to wheel that thing. Yeah, he knows how to wheel whatever he's in. But
I'd say most talented driver to race in NASCAR. He has to be in the top 5, top 3, maybe.
Stop.
Even.
Decent House is gonna. He's not gonna know what to do with himself right now.
He's that good, and I despise him, but he is that. Ooh. Kelvin forced Jag on the apron. He keeps it straight.
He just Earnhardted the wall.
He Danica'd the wall. Oof. You know that classic wreck where Danica tried to wreck somebody and she
wrecked herself
in the outside wall? Yeah, that was the Danica right there. Oof.
Anyway, we'll get back to the race hand. These guys, I wonder if somebody can save enough to get to the end. Like we saw K-Bar do something wild in stage 2 that
we don't even know. I think we need to get him in here to figure it out.
Ubi says no talent. Yes, Danica does not have any talent. That is correct.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I don't know if it was Danica or Kyle Busch, but either way, Danica does not have any talent.
I agree with both.
Ooh.
Lewis had a run and a half there.
That he did. My goodness.
Did Hurt just back out?
Like,
there's no way they should have been that much faster than him.
I wonder if he's going to hop in the draft and try and save fuel. Yeah, because he's been leading this pack while we've been yammering on. So Lewis looks like he's going to either pit or drop back.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for him.
I think these guys are going to have to pit and take half a can.
I'm going to look at Jim's stream here. I think they might have been only 1 or 2 laps short. If they're 1 lap short, somebody could save half a lap and make it.
I think
sputtering at the line.
I think Lewis just didn't want to lead at that point, which he's out. He doesn't have any draft help at the moment.
11 laps to go. We'll see where Jim is on fuel. It's gonna be close, but I think somebody could say. I think Hurd's trying to save here because Jim's been at the back the whole stage.
I wonder if, I mean, it would be interesting to see how Jim plays it, because he's been just in the draft the whole time.
Wow. I think Jim can make it. He is going to be hitting 0 coming off of 4 on the last lap.
Oh my.
Jim can make it. Can confirm Jim can make it. This is going to be intense.
This is going to be wild. This is going to be going to be such a crazy playoff race if any of these playoff guys can make it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Swamp pushed Jim, forced that 3 wide. It's tasty back there if you want to take a look.
Oh, I'm looking.
This is going to be real interesting. I don't know how much Jim has been actively saving.
Crunch into the wall right in front of Wasted.
Yeah, Jim can make it on fuel. I don't know how much he's been saving though. So I don't know how good these other guys are. You're on Kill Him stream, right? Does he have his fuel up? He's in the lead.
I do not have it up at the moment.
I will get it up. We need to know this information. This is gonna be nuts though.
This is gonna be a crazy finish. Crazy finish.
He's got 9 laps. We'll see when he goes down to 8 here. I think they're coming to 8 together, right? I think.
Let me see.
Actually, they might be coming to 9
I'll pull his stream back up.
I already got it open. You're fine. We don't need the internet dying on us here.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. Go on. I definitely think Hurt is saving here because he's just not even running up on the back of Gator.
Right, and I think that's why you just saw him just kind of like give up. Not necessarily give up, but Kelvin got put in the wall by Swamp.
They hit 8 to go, and Kill Him hit 8 laps of fuel on the line, so he is also good on fuel.
I wonder if these guys are just gonna like kind of like not necessarily work together, but just shuffle the lead and see.
Try to save fuel.
Who can help each other save fuel, which would be wild.
Draven got bottled up on the bottom there again. That happened at the end of stage 2 as well.
He did. He didn't get a great run off the corner.
Coming to 7 to go. I wonder if he's kind of loose and just kind of being ginger on the throttle off the corners.
Right, that's for sure a thing here, off of both, especially turn 2, like you were saying in the beginning. As Lewis is crazy loose right now. I don't know what happened there.
I'm not sure. So Kill Him in the 14 is good on fuel. Jim in the 49 also good on fuel. We have other streams open, or we have other streams available, but I don't think we really need. I think
we got the guys in the lead pack.
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna be good on fuel here.
This is gonna be crazy.
But if somebody sputters, that could be all. With everybody so close, that's all you need.
Just remember what happened at, I think, Texas or Atlanta. Shadowhawk ran out coming out of 4, Lewis in 2nd.
Oh yeah,
that's what we.
I think that was Texas.
I think it was too. Well, it was a mile and a half track, but it's very much a possibility that could happen here as well.
The Lewis is in 2nd too. I don't wish that on Draven though.
I don't either, but it's Lewis being in 2nd has been a curse for all of his
things happen when Lewis is in 2nd, coming off a 4 on the last lap.
Absolutely, except for Homestead, where he just has the greatest pit road exit ever in the history of mankind.
I still can't get over that. I need to talk to him about that. Hey, teach me how to do that, because that was insane.
As there's like these guys, they're in line, but they're all kind of. It seems like they're all just kind of like looking for a move to make.
You know, Lewis is in a tough situation here. Because if Draven wins, he is 14 points behind the cut.
Oh, absolutely. And at that point,
because Draven's tied with Draven's below the cutoff.
Right.
So I mean, Lewis will be 12 behind, I think, and Gator will be like 16 behind. Is that Gator? That is Gator.
Somebody was in the grass back there.
Crunch got in the Gator, put him in the grass. That Gator did not. Somebody in the wall hard.
Uh-oh.
Is that? And that's we have a caution.
Oh,
that was lucky.
My.
That was Jim and Gator, I think.
Oh my.
I'm not sure. I got Jim's stream up. We're gonna play it back. We're gonna play it back here.
Oh my.
This got interesting.
It did.
We're gonna hurry up, get back to it. So, Crunch got in the Gator and forced him on the apron into the grass. I mean,
this is gonna be something else right now.
I'm still not sure what happened. But
I'm not either. But it looks like Draven and Lewis are leading in the front row there. We'll see who gets a better restart. I think Draven has the preferred line going into 1. Lewis, I think, is going to try and drop down here. I hear crunching in the back.
Oh, we got people in the grass. Oh, we have another caution.
We have another caution.
Oh my. I'm going to be honest here.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure what happened. Okay, I see what happened.
Crunch has huge damage.
So Gator got put on the apron into the grass. He came back up, and then came back down. I'm assuming to catch his car because he was loose. He forced Jim on the apron, and then Jim lost it, overcorrected, and just plowed both of them in the outside wall.
Ouch.
I'm not sure what happened on the restart there. I guess we'll find out here in a second.
Well, same guys.
It just looked like a kerfuffle in the back, honestly.
It was not good. Same guys in the front, though.
Oh.
We'll see who gets a better restart. Looks like Draven has a better restart. Lewis, I think, is going to try and drop down, which he does.
So that last wreck looked like Wasted tried to get in front of Crunch, going low, and then Crunch was there, and they just went in the grass and then came back up.
Right, and
that's kind of a noob there.
Is this a green-white checkered, essentially?
I have no idea.
We should probably find that out.
I'll get you at the line.
Lewis was looking under Draven. Draven was having none of it.
Lewis cannot let Draven win this race.
Lewis drove him up the track. Killen's coming.
Lewis, it's okay if Draven doesn't win this. Actually, I mean, it's not okay. He can't let Lewis win either. It turns into an automatic win if Lewis wins this race for Draven and Gator.
Gator, right. Lewis is just guarding that yellow line.
I'll kill him just sitting in.
Huge.
What a
move.
move.
He can make that work.
Oh, he's going to need help, though. Oh, there's 3 wide for third behind him. Ronnie looking for third on the bottom.
Do we know if this is the last lap?
I don't know. I didn't look. It's intense, man.
Lewis sending it. He's got to win. Win and you advance. Huge move there, coming in 3 and 4.
Yeah, he clears them. I don't know if that's for the win. It might be.
It is.
That was. What a
Lewis in the
man.
championship 4. My goodness.
That was huge. Holy cow.
Kill him in second. I believe Ronnie was in third.
Ronnie did get third. Jack fourth. I didn't see the rest. I think Swamp might have got fifth. Gator got fifth. Swamp got sixth.
Can you add Lewis to the party, please?
If I can catch my breath. Holy cow.
That was unreal.
That is 3 straight amazing finishes in a row.
At Michigan.
At Michigan, yeah.
That was crazy.
Kill him and... Should we invite K-Bar too?
Maybe afterwards.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking for Lewis. He must be appearing offline.
Lewis is always appearing offline.
Yeah, I hate it because I can't find him. Shout out Kill him for appearing online.
Wow.
That was insane.
That was a crazy finish. And like we've seen so far from the last 2 races, just an unreal finish at Michigan for literally 3 races in a row. As we're joined by the winner. And how are you feeling after clinching your way into the Final 4, sir?
That was scary, definitely. I thought Killen was going to block me or something, but had the bottom there and took it. Got the run.
Well,
the finish line first.
You in the playoffs, you got to do anything to win, and it certainly seemed like you did that. It seemed like your car was pretty loose, and I think it was stage 2. What did you do to fix that at the end there?
And can't give away all the secrets, but just took some advice from the spotter.
I was going to say, was it a tire pressure adjustment or a wedge adjustment?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, with that, Alan, what do you got, sir, for our race winner and now Championship 4 finalist along with Max Boost?
Yeah, congratulations on winning the race and advancing to the Championship 4. That's a pretty big deal, especially in the Cup Series. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, we had some cautions late. I think everybody was good on fuel before that last caution. So
it was very close. You could tell everyone was saving. I think we would have been good though.
Yeah. So I mean, what was your strategy there on the green white checkered? I Killam sent it in on the last lap in the 1 and pretty much got past you without clearing you there. So
I protected the bottom there a bit too much.
So what was your strategy going into that green white checkered?
I knew I could get the bottom fall in right behind Draven there, and I don't know. I was just riding behind Draven and got a couple runs, and I don't know if he tried to block me, but I was below him, so I don't know. I got the nose in there, so whatever happens to him happens to him.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, you did what you had to do. I mean, you couldn't let Draven win that race, or you're going to be in a must-win pretty much at Phoenix. Mm-hmm. So, congratulations there. We'll see you at Vegas.
Thank you.
Look at you. Well, with that, you're as far as we know, locked into the championship race at Vegas. There, how are you feeling about that track now?
I think last championship race I was like top 5 there, but obviously didn't put a lot of work in it because I wasn't in the championship. But as you guys know, I'm good at the 1.5 miles, so that should be a fun time. We'll see.
Well, with
it's great to rest with Phoenix. Don't have to worry about Phoenix. Screw that track.
Yeah, I agree. I have to worry about it, and I hate it.
You gotta win it. Or no, you don't. No, you're above.
No, but
yeah, you're good.
If somebody below wins, then I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, Lewis, with that win and clinching your way into the championship, who do you want to shout out after that?
Always you guys for taking your Thursday nights and broadcasting this. It's been a while since I joined you guys, but we're back and we're in the championship. But shout out to the team as well. That's it, though. Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye, Lewis. Congratulations.
Goodbye.
We'll get our second place finisher in here as well. Alan, if you would be so kind to invite our second place finisher in here as well.
I believe he has the invite. I'm not sure where he is.
Well, I guess
trying to get it. Yeah, he's got an invite. I'm trying to get a little. Trying to give him an updated points here. No, I'm trying to give him kill him an updated points when he gets in here. On. Oh, I don't know where Draven finished. Draven must have finished 11th or worse. That sucks.
I did not see the finishing order, but we'll. Where's it? Oh yeah, he was driving the Stewart Mobile.
Yes. I wish Jim scrolled down.
But we'll see if Killam joins here.
Well, Killam gained at least 9 points on.
Right, that he had good stage finishes and finished pretty high up there. Well, we'll see. I mean, we can invite K-Bart too if our second place finisher does not join us.
We'll invite him. Maybe we should tag him on Discord.
Go ahead. We need to know.
Yeah, I invite him. I'm trying to get. I don't know where Draven finished. But Gator gained at least, so he's gonna be up on Gator. He got Gator by I think.
That was. We have not been disappointed at Michigan at all so far. Just unreal the whole time.
Yeah. Waiting on. We'll tag kill him. He might be a little upset, so you might give him a second. Actually, I don't know. I don't know why he'd be mad.
As we're joined by the second stage winner himself, K-Bart. We needed you in here because we need to know what you did in the second stage. Did you take tires? Did you not pit? Like what happened?
No, I didn't. I did a half can and no tires.
Okay, because you were like,
how'd you get out so far ahead?
Weren't you guys watching I had a stream going.
Well, and we were not watching your stream. I'm sorry.
Apologies.
All right, that is why I will not stream anymore.
Well, we thought everybody would take half a can.
my right rear tire was at 2% when I crossed the line.
I was gonna say that seems about right with how long that stage was.
I am totally gonna listen back, like you guys talking about. I want to know what you guys were talking about when I was way up there. So
we were just confused.
It was my first. It was my first pole position, and it was my first stage win of the season. So that's how that's how poor my season has been this year. So
what?
You might want to skip what I said because I thought you were almost a lap down at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know what happened, man.
And then we thought you didn't pit, so we had to get you up here to figure out what you did.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, Bart. Thank you for stopping by.
I don't get a shout out. Wow.
You can shout out who helped you in stage 2. No, just you can only shout somebody out
because I am lonely. So
okay, noted. All right. As we're also joined by Killam there, our second place finisher. How are you feeling about that race, Killam?
I'm okay. I didn't finish last.
That's always a plus. I think based on Alan's calculations, which he's still getting, but where you were sitting after stage 2, you got a pretty good.
I got some after the race. I think you're 15 points up on the cutoff, which will be Gator. So I think you're sitting all right going into Phoenix.
Okay, cool.
So with that, I know you're generally pretty quick at Phoenix. So how are you feeling going into that race after tonight, obviously?
Well, I actually get nervous about every race now because this game is garbage, and you never know when somebody's bubble is gonna screw your race over for no reason. So, as far as that track, I enjoyed racing there. I generally do pretty well, but there's always the 704 is crap factor at every race. So.
That is absolutely 100% correct because you cannot touch somebody on their screen, but as we've seen, you can also, from their view, they will be sent directly up the track. It's just unreal. But I'm right there with you. I feel you. So, Alan, what do you have for second place finishing?
I would like to elaborate on that. We were in the practice race last night, and I was trying to get out of the way, and Nick just ran straight through my bumper, but on his screen, he didn't even touch me. So it can be that bad, especially with lag, in the way.
It's terrible. Yeah. I'm actually surprised because Michigan is super fun because it's just constant pack racing.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised there wasn't more of that in this race. I think it happened a couple times, but
yeah, I think we had one lag crash, but that was it.
There was a bunch of lag going on. I don't know what it looked like from your guys' perspective, but we managed it pretty well as a group. So with the 704 problem, I actually think it was a pretty successful race. I wish I'd have carried it home, but that's okay. Second place is all right. So.
I was going to say, from our view, you guys, there was no lag from what I saw on my end, and I don't think Alan never said anything too much aside from Sharp at the beginning, who then ended up lagging out.
I think K-Bart lagged a little bit in the middle, but I mean, that sorted itself out pretty quickly. So.
But from what we saw, it looked like you guys were... like you could throw a blanket over you guys, but you guys weren't lag. Yeah, it was great to watch from our end, but obviously the game doesn't always extrapolate the best view to everybody. So it's I don't know, man.
I know there was at least 5 different people that lagged at some point in that race, and some of them were in the front when it happened.
Right.
So, like I said, as a group, it got managed pretty well. So.
Right. Well, with that and. Again, congratulations on finishing second. Alan, do you have anything else for him?
I mean, it was a very good race. You're at the front most of the race. Actually, I think you got shuffled back at some point, but you got back to the front.
I sped on pit road.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, you sped on pit road and you got shuffled back. But you recovered from that well. I mean, not really questions. I mean, it was a great race. Those cautions really made it interesting. Three straight races at Michigan. We had a late caution that really spiced up the finish there. So good job on your second place. Second good in the Phoenix, but that automatic win could put you in some trouble if somebody below cutoff wins. So.
Right. Yeah.
With that,
we'll see. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
That it will be for sure. With that, who do you want to shout out here?
Really, I kind of alluded to it. The Cup Series in general, like I said, managing the lag, group racing, super fun when people are being respectful of everybody else. And then, I guess, congrats to Lewis on the win and clutching out, going to the finals. TJR and all those guys, and you guys for doing the stream.
Right on. Well, with that, Killam, we'll let you get on with your night there. And congratulations again on your second place finish and how you're sitting going into Phoenix.
Yeah, man. Y'all take it easy.
You as well. Well, Alan, that was definitely as exciting as we hoped after the last two nights. And if everybody wants some more excitement, Phoenix is on Sunday for you Xfinity guys and the Cup guys on Monday. And then starting Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we got the championship races at Vegas for the trucks, Xfinity, and the Cup. So we'll see how all that plays out, and we'll see who gets crowned a champion this season.
Phoenix is going to be good for both series. I know for the Xfinity series, the cutoff isn't close, but third and fourth only separated by 1 point. So if somebody below the cutoff wins, that makes it real interesting for the last spot. And same thing with the Cup series. If somebody below the cutoff wins, it's going to be very interesting for the last spot. So
absolutely,
for sure. Yeah.
Well, you got any more takeaways from tonight, Alan? I don't got nothing, but we saw a great race from our end.
After the Xfinity race in Michigan, I wasn't expecting much. But I heard the truck race was good. I went back and watched that. That was a phenomenal race. The Xfinity race was also pretty good. And, I mean, this race was – I mean, they were side by side almost the whole race. So that was a very good race, too. Three really good races in a row. I hope we keep it up into the last week of the season.
Absolutely. I think Vegas will be just as good, so I hope everybody tunes in.
Vegas is going to be very good.
And with that, we'll let everybody get on with their night as well. For Alan and myself, thank you for watching.